The labels that defined me were depression, wandering, and insecurity. Why did I get diabetes? What did I do to deserve this? Why does this have to happen to me? And I was really just depressed and upset, and no one could do anything to help me. Before All Fall Retreat in February, I almost died, which was a big shocker for me. When that happened, I realized, wow, it can happen in an instant second. And I didn't accept Jesus, and I wasn't believing him, and I wasn't committed to him, and I was just like, maybe he isn't real or anything. And when I came in Fall Retreat, I was just really carrying this toxic weight on me where I was rude to my parents. I disrespected them. I didn't care what they said. I mocked them, and I wasn't hanging out with the best people. When I heard Fall Retreat was happening, I was just like, oh, this could be my time. And so when I went to Fall Retreat, the first night, Pastor Ryan said, you can be bold and make a decision to go up and have Jesus save you. And I was just like, I don't desire other people's opinions. I desire God's opinion. So I went up and I decided to be saved. I just felt peace and I was relaxed. I'm just like, I don't care what people think of me. I care what God thinks of me. And I want God to see me as a child of his. The new label I received is that I'm a child of God. Now I'm a child of God, and now I'm saved. And I don't have to walk in fear anymore because I have God beside me.
So a big label that has been controlling me lately, or before the weekend, was temptation. It was falling into temptation and just choosing worldly things over God and denying him when I needed him most. I was carrying a lot of shame, a lot of guilt. I needed God's presence, and I needed healing more than anything. Through the past couple of years, my spiritual journey has been up and down. I've been choosing to go to God and through his word, and then I've also chose to go through the world and just the worldly passions. I kept falling into temptation because I wasn't satisfied. I wasn't being loved, and I wasn't happy with myself. And one thing would satisfy me, but then I would feel instant regret from it because I knew that shame was carrying me a lot, and I needed God. So during Fall Retreat, I just had some big moments. I could hear the Lord speaking to me through my mind. I called out to him at the beginning before Fall Retreat, and then during Reckless Love in the last night, I could just feel the warmth and just God's presence through me and showing his love through me. And I just had to fall to my knees and thank him and cry out to him because he's really good. And it's so powerful to think that someone loves me when nobody else does. God's presence it's not a feeling, it's more than that. It gives you peace in the chaos. It's like a hurricane. If you were in the hurricane, the eye of storm is peaceful and you could just stand there. That's what it's like. So through this weekend, I have just some big things that God was doing through my life is he was curing me. He was giving me revival as I needed it because I was just drifting away from him, but he was holding out his hand the whole time. So going forward, some new labels I'm gonna start living by is the love of God and just being satisfied by his love, because his love is greater than any other worldly love you can get. I'm gonna also start living by God's forgiveness because he forgave me when nobody else would, and he forgave me, and he'll start helping me through the things I need him most.